Hello everyone, and welcome to what is the last episode of this channel as you have known it for a long time. This has been noted in the last few videos. I've done, obviously a few things on the Focus, really important things on the Focus, announcing that the Rover will be staying, and obviously she's going to get the necessary work to make her look a bit more pretty, just in a few areas. And Ruby is having the biggest engine rebuild going that you can do at home as a DIYist, and I no doubt that that will be a full-on task, and I am deep in that as we speak. I wanted to just make it very clear that this channel won't disappear. It will exist, but it's going to exist in a very different form from what it is now, due to some personal circumstances that have completely changed in my life, meaning that something has to give, and the cars are not going to give, and nor are the other things in my life, and therefore I've concluded that YouTube is very disposable to me, which I don't take lightly. So next year, when I do return at some point to YouTube, it will be more phased episodes, and you will not see a disappearance of me from now on. All the episodes from now to Christmas will virtually be updates, and they will be very much specific to Project Ruby. Project Beatrix, you will not see her or the Focus to next January, February time, where I can make a couple of videos when I can, because time is very much my enemy these days. And because of my YouTube antics, I have managed to gain a job where, not in my wildest dreams, I could have achieved. It probably seems quite small to some people, but to me it's quite a move forward in my life. But before I come on to that, I've been doing this for 2.5 years now. And it started out as I had no idea what I was doing, as I've said before. I just made a video to camera sitting in my Focus, and there we are. I did have some videos on my old P6 that I chucked on the channel, kept on the channel very early on. And I'm glad that those videos have actually been watched by a few people, because, my car life didn't start when YouTube started. I've been doing this for 10, 11 years now, and I've got to be honest, my knees are absolutely... Yeah. There's a toll there is to this kind of level of work, and the amount of... it feels like I'm a doctor to all my cars, to be honest. I feel like I'm some sort of doctor going around constantly fixing them, and rather I actually fix them more than I'm enjoying them at the moment. It is that kind of phase at the moment. They are old cars, and to look after them well, you have to really spot things early on, and I'm pretty good at that. And I tell you and show you how to spot things early on to save yourself some money and heartache and breakdowns, and that's been the heart of this channel. How to get your hands dirty with cars, and how easy it is, how to do videos, and that's been the biggest pleasure for me in all of YouTube, and that's what I wanted to do with YouTube. How to do this, how to do that, what to watch out for, because there's so much I know that I can share with you, and that I have shared with you over the last 2.5 years, and I damn well think that most of you who've watched me since the start have definitely picked up a lot of things, and there's many more things. If you haven't watched some of my early episodes, guys, go and watch them. If you've only sort of started watching me, as I say, my channel isn't disappearing, but it will be changing somewhat. It's been an amazing journey, and most people in my contacts in my phone, who are now friends, very good friends of mine, I wouldn't have met half of you if it wasn't for YouTube. So I don't know where I would be in my life without YouTube. I never thought that YouTube was going to be a money spinner. That's not why I did this. It's like an itch I had to tick. Watching some of the bigger channels like Furious Driving Hub, who were actually inspirations at that time, a few years ago, to start something, and I was itching. And I was actually watching a lot of their videos, and I thought, I could do better than this, far better. And I think I have, even though for a channel it's quite small, just over 3,000 subscribers, which is ridiculous. I never thought I would achieve that either. Being that my niche is very much automatics. I do not drive manuals on this channel. I make sure that this is an automatic zone for people who actually enjoy automatics, and there's plenty of you, and I've managed to connect with a few of you, and they've become my friends, very close friends. Martin and David are two particular friends of mine who very much share that aspect with their car fleets as well. We'll forget the Rover 75 manual, Martin. We'll forget about that one. So that's been the amazing thing there. But also the channel has also led to the culmination in the Ford Focus Mark 1 Preservation Club, which was on the back of popularity of my Ford Focus videos early on. And I got together with budding enthusiasts who very much struck a friendship with me very early on. Alex, Adam, Jason, Dave, you all struck a friendship with me straight away. And on that first day we met at the Motorist, that was where we decided, let's start a Facebook group and let's see where it goes. And that club is going to be, it's not a group, it's a club. And it will be an official club from next year. I don't know when, but I'll be working very hard to get that the Preservation Club as a proper entity, as a proper club, a paid membership club that will expand a little bit and be run as a traditional classic car club, but with a modern classic element being the focus. So that's where that's going. So that's going to take a lot of my time, and that's just been a fantastic transition from just YouTube videos to friendships, and then to a group, a Facebook group, and now a club. And that's the amazing thing about the car community. I've now got something that I've put in there myself and started, and there's some amazing people that work within the club who volunteer their time effortlessly and to just do things where they can. And that's what a community is about. I'm just one person, and I'm not more than the sum of my parts, as they say. Ruby, the lovely Mark III Fiesta, actually, I'll go to Beatrix. I wouldn't have bought Beatrix very lightly. The car was in such a poor state. In fact, I considered walking away, and she's working, and she's probably mechanically one of the best 45s going. She will need some work, some new tyres, and she's going to stay. She's my daily driver, and I'm very reliant on that car, and she starts on the button, and the only problems we've had are poor parts, strangely. So yeah, just amazing car, and very undesirable in certain circumstances for a lot of people, and I can't understand why. They're great cars, and I can't think of many cars of that age where they will continue to work well at 20 years of age. Ruby, the Mark III Fiesta, I think, well, I wouldn't have bought Ruby if it hadn't been for YouTube. I needed a YouTube car. Beatrix was always in the pipeline because I needed a second car so that I wouldn't be using the Focus as much. But Ruby, well, I've never needed a third car, and I always thought financially it'd be very difficult to run 3 cars. I don't have the most expansive finances in the world, as most of you could probably tell, but I get on because I want to do most of the work myself, and I'm not paying for labour, so I can afford that. And I worked out the cost of this car and if I could feasibly do it, and yeah, absolutely. And I struck gold with that car, I really did. She's needed a bit of work, but she's been delightfully, how should I put it, compliant with everything, how everything's come off. The quality of parts on Fords of that age are nothing to be sort of scoured at compared with the crap that you get today. You know, people used to actually say really bad things about CVH engines in particular, or the entire car, Dagenham dustbins. I'd rather have a Mark III Fiesta with a CVH, even relatively daily driving. I reckon, I'm sorry, I really honestly believe that Mark III Fiesta is so daily drivable. If I wanted to drive it daily, I think I could. I really do. I think that's how usable that is. And what a testament to that is versus something like an EcoBoost engine, which constantly has problems unless you have absolutely high maintenance, change the oil, change the belt, and generally the walls are very thin on them. So you usually get loss of compression very easily. It's a horrible, it's not a completely horrible engine, but I'd just prefer the old stuff, CVH's, Zetec, Sigmas, K-Series. Oh, it's a world away, isn't it? And that's one of the reasons why I've had to make some changes in my life, which will affect YouTube and how things go on. So that's my three cars and where we are, and you know the position that all three cars are in. I'll try and do updates once a week. One video a week is all I can manage. And from January there will be some better episodes, special episodes dedicated to certain things that I'm hoping to do in the very near future. But I need to concentrate on my life and my own cars rather than YouTube. So you will be seeing rather less of me. But if there's anything really interesting, I will film. There won't be any more episodes of my thoughts of the week or just little random videos I do in here. The only one I particularly find interesting is the how many left videos, which I will continue to do once a year around May time when all the data is published. That is a guarantee. And you'll just see the best of me. All the videos that I'll be doing in the following year will be me working on either my cars or my friends' cars, like, you know, Nick's project George, which is becoming one of the best Mark 1s ever. That car has had a number of things done to it recently, and oh gosh, that car is really looking good, and it'll be a fantastic example very, very soon. I think it is at the moment. And the friendship I have with Nick has also been rather special. Again, that's something that has come about because of YouTube. So I have a lot to thank YouTube for. But YouTube's usefulness to me is coming to rather a narrow point. And that is, it serves a purpose in me doing how to do this and how to do that videos for the Ford Focus Mark 1 community. So there'll be a massive emphasis next year on Ford Focus videos. Anything that's interesting on the Rover side I will naturally film, but a lot of it is done off camera. And Ruby, a lot of it is done off camera because I'm not personally invested in those two communities. I'm only invested in the Ford Focus Mark 1 community. I've had to make that very, very clear because I can't, there's only one of me. I can't stretch myself. So to gain a better life balance, something has had to go, and it's this. The main reason why I can no longer do YouTube is because effectively my time and the financial income in the very minimum has been totally replaced by a second job. And this second job has come about because of a very good friend of mine, Martin, who informed me of a very nice job at a college around by me, who are looking to employ somebody in the evenings to teach young students about car maintenance, and someone who has got some educational experience. And most of you are very aware that I work in the school profession, the teaching profession, and it's a hard job on its own. But I've realised very suddenly that opportunities and doors don't open for no reason. And because of what I've done on YouTube, it has led to a friendship, which has also led to a job opportunity. And I've taken that with both hands, and I've been working away the last month or so in my new job, which is on a part-time basis. But effectively, the income that I get from that job not only is way more than what I would get in a month from YouTube in a couple of weeks, I'll tell you that. But also it is paying for my cars. My main job pays for everything else. But my cars, to maintain three in the long run, I've got to have some other form of income. And I made it very clear with YouTube from the start that I would not have a membership. Okay, this channel has been free from the start. I just believe in a YouTube channel that gives rather than takes. And I'm sorry, people go into YouTube for all the wrong reasons. It is mainly to hook you in with really nice, attractive videos and then take. And I am not like that. And that's not why I started YouTube. So I've remained true to that. The only merch I've ever sold is my YouTube stickers, which I know they're in the car actually. They're not on the shelf. So yeah, it's I've tried to remain true to that. And because this channel has no income apart from revenue, it's very minimal income. And that means that it's very disposable. for me to move out of YouTube and into something else. So that's where I am, and I'm enjoying the job, and I'm only applying what I've done on my YouTube channel and my main job, and I've combined them into a lovely evening job, which has definitely tested my ability to, well, put it this way, manage my whole life balance. So sorry for those who think that I ramble on too much. Clearly this channel isn't for you, because most of you enjoy my rambling and would want me to talk even more. But that is where we are. And because of obviously this new job, everything's had to be prioritised. And obviously, you know, family, friends, cars, and the jobs, they come before YouTube. YouTube is at the bottom of the pile. So I may try and do some live streams. I think live streams are very much on the cards. I think I might go back to doing live streams, but I cannot plan live streams. I cannot commit to live streams. You know, I cannot say next Saturday there's going to be a live stream. I can't give that sort of notice. I'll just stick the camera on, and those who are watching will watch. And I'm sure most of you will catch up with it later on. It will be very spontaneous. And that's the way it's going to go forwards. But what I can guarantee is there'll be one episode, sort of one update, almost a week, up until Christmas. So there will still be something. And also, when you make a comment on my channel, I'm trying to get round to as many things as possible, but I can't respond to every comment like I used to. So, but bear in mind that if you do comment, I will most likely read it, and I will definitely be able to read it and maybe acknowledge it in the best way I can. So that is what I'm going to say, guys, and I'm going to leave this here. I really do thank you for coming on this journey with me. This is not the end, it is a complete change. And we'll see what the future holds. But very much this channel will be focused towards the promotion of the Preservation Club and its activities, and anything Focus Mark 1 related. As far as the rover is concerned, probably Beatrix will be under the radar, because there are jobs coming up on that car which I have absolutely no time to film. And Ruby, there'll be a lot of work. There'll be a lot of work done to that engine, and a few other bits and pieces that I've noticed, but the majority of it is done. And that means that those videos will be on a background. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here, and like many things that I've finished recently, including the fantastic three of Jeremy, James and Richard finishing their grand tour and 23 years of entertaining us, I will finish after 2.5 years for a little bit for an official YouTube break. It is an official YouTube break, and I'll be returning in January properly with some videos. I have already videoed a couple of updates that will be going out very shortly, but otherwise I am on a YouTube break, so please forgive if you give me an email. I won't be getting back to it because I'm on a break. So this is my YouTube break starting, and I will return properly in the new year in real time. But for now, and for all the updates that will be coming before Christmas, take care and thank you so much.